Coming to you live from the rinks in Oppog, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan taking you through a three-game slate that begins here in the developmental level between East Islip and Northport Huntington. For East Islip, they have played 2 games so far this season, are 0-2 in both of those games. East Islip dropping their season opener 7-2 against West Islip in what was dubbed an upset at the time, just based on the results of last season, in which East Islip rolled to a 19-win developmental division campaign. They were fantastic. They have since seen a lot of their players move up to various levels. Meanwhile, Longwood, they played in their second game of the season on September the 24th, a close, narrow defeat for East Islip, a 4-3 win for Longwood there. So they've started 0-2. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ice, Northport Huntington got their season started right with a victory as we step away for the national anthem. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. There, the conclusion of the anthem. They skipped it last night. We had no anthem last night. Just wasn't sure what was going on this time around, but we will have an anthem for our first matchup of the evening. Northport Huntington East Islip. As I was saying, Northport Huntington an 8-4 victory in their opening matchups, along with their lone win of the season and only game they've played. So looking to continue to ride that wave of momentum heading into the second game of the season. As I take a look at the developmental standings, at the top, KPC 2-1, West Islip 2-1, Sachem 2-0. And again, Northport, the only team near the top there that has only played just the one game. So first period set to come underway. Northport Huntington, a 4-goal game from Giovanni DeMarco in that opening matchup. Will he continue his goal-scoring prowess in game number 2? Puck along the near wall. Starting goaltenders tonight in net for the Tigers, Evan Coggins. On the other end of the ice for East Islip to my right is Declan Grieve. Puck out of the neutral, into the neutral zone, out of the zone for East Islip. They're quick to push it, the tempo back in. Along that far wall, trying to gain control of it, is Nico Walton. Puts one nearly behind Coggins, but he's there to make the stop, hugging the post. So 14-19 left here in the first period. Coggins comes up with the early save. Again, the main idea with developmental is you develop and get these players ready for higher levels of hockey. You can spend, I believe, up to 3 years if you wanted to in developmental, starting from, I think, 6th grade through to 8th. Freshman to the freshman division. and so on. And the wrist shot from the far point, blocked down in front, like getting in the way of it, was Northport Huntington's Daniel Sesa. Caleb Hay will backhand it back in. And again, Sesa in after it. To the line, not out, held in by Patrick Penny. That shot would not go. Pardon me, it's 13, Connor Ivers. Ivers up there among the point leaders. It's James Penny who does lead the way for East Islip with a pair of assists. Goals from Cusack, Hay, Ivers, and Lucas Long, as well as Patrick Penny. Puck comes out of the zone. Sepulveda steps into Northport Huntington's. That was James Maloney. Backhanded to the line, not quite in. Irizarry was standing in the way. East Islip regroup, look to break through the neutral zone, but a nifty poke check prevents them from doing so. Pushed along by Hay into the O zone, where it's sent around the wall by Sesa. Only as far as Ivers, his shot blocked. Recuperating is Michael Griesch as the Tigers clear the zone. Forced back in by Flanagan. And once more by Long. Tigers, plenty of time with Chiefs heading for a change. It's in the feet of Avery Walsh. Loose puck at center. Handled by Irizarry. Good move here. Pardon me. Nice move with a shot. Save made. It was Schlendorf. Nicholas Schlendorf. Very similar to that of a Schendorf, who played for varsity St. Anthony's last season. This is Schlendorf. Walton, that's blocked. Deflects up in the air. Away from Grieve. Walton up the near wall. Nice move at the blue line. Walton looking for a pass. Hit a skate on its way through. Diving effort from Long. Flanagan getting back on defense. In with it is Tumulty. The shot fought off by Grieve. Just want to keep the puck out. That's what Grieve did. Long now for the Chiefs. Try to nudge one ahead. Comes back out to Flanagan. Tigers clear. Flanagan throws it right back in. Good rush up the ice for Northport. Huntington thwarted by Ivers. Back down low. Back to Ivers. Steps across the line, and it's steered away from Connor Ivers. Not a lot of whistles here, as we're nearly 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the first period. Couple of shots on goal for either side, otherwise not much to report. Hay collects at the blue line, deflected in by Ivers. Chasing after it is Cusack. Behind the net, Cusack tries to shove it out in front, hoping to get it to Irizarry, could not. Ivers holds in, throws it toward the net, and Coggins there for a sweeping stick save. Graham Tumulty can't clear. Long shot wide, came off the stick of Sepulveda. Hay keeps in at the blue line, but Tumulty able to nudge it out to center. Sepulveda up the wall, and a hit thrown out by Cusack. And East Islip wearing those pink socks. A reminder that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Be sure to donate, get yourself checked out. as a shot from Ivers is snagged by Coggins. Generates the whistle. 9:26 left on the clock here at the rinks. I'll adjust mine. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Face-off coming to the left of Coggins. It'll be Walton to take the draw for EI. He took it against Kristen. It's Connor Kristen. Tigers escape the zone only as far as Flanagan. Early control, I would say, favoring EI, though outside of that last opportunity and maybe that early one at the side of the net, not much going with that possession. It's along the far wall, eventually comes to Walton. Walton sent it across. Long wasn't there yet, he is now. Put one back out in front, nobody home. Penny controls at the near blue. Gets knocked down by Sesa. And now rolls onto the stick of Owen Schoof. Perhaps the show-off. Backhanded along by Patrick Penny out of the zone. Now onto the stick of Amelia Moscati. Good cut there from Moscati. Chases it down in the corner, centers one. It's rejected from the front of the net by Flanagan. Moscati still grinding in the O-zone, chipping it across. Continuing the Northport Huntington possession, their best O-zone possession thus far in the game. A long shot covered up by Grieve. So, nearing the halfway point of the first period, Northport Huntington getting some offensive chances there. Amelia Moscati will take the draw here to the left of the East Islip netminder Grieve. And she'll win it back. Nudged back to the point for a shot from, I'll go with Shaw-off. Intercepted. Moscati rolled off the end of her stick. Opportunity gone by the wayside. Good intercept regardless there from Moscati. Here's Luke Herman. Moscati, good backup there. Chips it down the wall. Across, East Islip can break out. Schmalacher. Still Schmalacher. It's Ryan Schmalacher. Northport Huntington take control. Greesh banking it across to the other side. James Maloney there, pitching it back to Moscati, and now handled by Herman. Herman's centering feed intercepted and deflected to the near wall by Ivers. Cusack lays out another hit. This one might be a penalty. Herman went down, was facing the boards. Could be an offsides as well, but no. No, that looks like they're going to get Cusack. And now something you'll notice if you've been tuned in for some time is the physicality of the game is officiated much more scrutinous at the lower levels than, say, at varsity. So first power play of the game belongs to Northport Huntington. They rip right off the draw, never got through. Let's throw the power play up on the board there for the home team, Northport Huntington in this case. Held in at the far blue. Down low, Ivers gets to it first. Around the wall and unable to be held in by the Tigers. Cusack for roughing is the penalty. Into the zone, nice little deke from Sesa. Sesa the rip off the bar! Generates a loud groan from the crowd to my left. So the Tigers that close to breaking the ice to start this power play. Their best look thus far. Hay squaring off against Herman there. Dumps down Herman. Officials' whistle stayed down. It was near the puck, so they say play on. Sesa controls at center. Touching up and changing are the Tigers. It's nudged in there by Tumulty. Right onto the stick and clearing it promptly, Avery Walsh. Ivers hunting it down. Dean McKellian there as well. Rolls on to Coggins, who seals it up and is urged to continue to let play go on. It's been a very whistle-free first period, and a scoreless one as well as Ivers clears the zone. McKellian out for McBrarity. Rolls back onto Coggins, steers it into the near corner. Reverses, here is McBrarity. Intercepted. And now the control for East Islip. The shot wide, taken by Walton. In with it now, Schlendorf. Schlendorf near circle, centers one, just out of the reach of Tumulty. Now from the far circle, no shot generated. Sepulveda had it in his skates, and now can be banked to center, where Schmalacher had it for a moment, lost it back in the EI zone. A touch from the stick of Grieve and into the near corner. And now a foot race, Long gets there first. Long in the near corner, had to go sliding away. Daniel Sesa there for the Tigers. Still not out of the zone, now it is. By virtue of Graham Tumulty. Sent down the ice. Plenty of Tigers able to play it, no icing. On it is Greesh. Greesh turns it over to Long. Long's cross-ice feed too far for a teammate. Now Schmalacher. Centering past the shot, deflects up and over the net. Big opportunity for Walton. Off the pass from Schmalacher from beneath the goal line. Now with speed out of the zone, Schlendorf at the near circle. It's checked by Hay, still drives to the net and pouncing on the loose puck like a wild puma was goaltender Grieve. That stops the clock. With 3:10 left here in the first. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Be sure to follow us on social media at LI Sports Network. Find wonderful things from last night's best to our story updates handled by Gabe Curry. He's in the building right now. He was running the cam for me last night. I think he did a fantastic job. Shout out Gabe. He'll be off to Syosset tonight as Farmingdale have a game. Gabe, the Farmingdale alum. Turnover. Here's a chance going the other way. EI. Irizarry. Shot rolls on a Coggins, who does a little flinger there with the glove. Not sure what to call that. It's a little flipsy-doozy. Still in play. Graziosi. Turned it over. Too far for Ivers. And Amos. EI touch up, but Cusack wasn't sure it was still onside. He continued to wait instead of chasing after the puck. It's iced regardless, so an ozone draw coming for the Chiefs in this scoreless bout. Got a minute 51 left on the clock here, first period. And we've got a little Kansas playing throughout the building. You know it's got to be one of two songs if it's Kansas playing. No offense. But it's the one you're thinking of. Meanwhile, sent into the zone. East Islip trying to track it down. Off of Walton, nearly an opportunity there for Patrick Penny. Long keeps things moving. Mascotti in the near corner, spins one to a teammate, flipped to the line, not out. Held in by Walsh, who fired it wide. And nearly an own goal there. Steering that one on goal to Coggins, who makes the alert save, avoiding disaster created by Dean McKellian. Walton for Walsh. Walsh flips one toward the net, blocked by Greesh. And Greesh will skate it out. Moved along by Herman. Around for Maloney. Maloney reverses to the other side. McKellian can't keep in. Now a foot race. And winning the race, Greesh. A good job to get back defensively. Covering for his partner, McKellian, who chips it ahead. Or rather, his partner, James Malone? Not sure. The forwards and defense listed here on the app can be relatively deceiving. As it stands, Northport Huntington only have 2 listed defensemen on the roster. But of course, more are playing defense than that. With 18 seconds to go, first period scoreless. Ozone draw for the Tigers. Schlendorf cuts to the net. Shot, scores! With just 10 seconds left in the first period, it's Schlendorf who opens the scoring. With a rip from the inner slot. How about it? Just 10 ticks left. We've got our opening goal. It's Schlendorf. And it's his first of the season. Second of the season for Schlendorf. As we've come to the end of the first period. Northport Huntington Tigers 1. East Islip 0. And you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here, our LI Sports Network. 1-0 at the end of 1. We'll be back for the second in just a moment. Welcome back to the Rinks and Ophog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan with our cameraman Frank Potetto. Shot denied by Coggins from East Islip. Looking for a response after allowing a late goal. Just 10 seconds left. Nick Schlendorf punching in the goal for the Tigers, his second of the season. Unassisted, at least as it stands now. I mentioned how a little funky it is with the positions that they list on the website. It says that East Islip are playing with all defensemen. Every single player is listed as a defenseman. That shot goes wide. Push to the line, not out. Good keeping by defenseman Caleb Hay. Ivers trying to track it down in the far corner. Out in front, shot, save made by Coggins. Oh, what a stop for the Northport Huntington goaltender. So he robbed Ivers. Connor Ivers back out in front, steered to safety. Good alert defensive play made by Owen Schaff. To the line, not out. Hay keeps in. And now Sepulveda gets to it. Keeps it alive for the moment. Schlendorf trying to prevent it from going out. Cannot. And so thus, here come the Tigers. Sesa in. Sesa denied by Grieve. Loose puck at the slot. Played across, swing and a miss. To the line here, keeping it alive are the Tigers, and intercepting is Ivers. Still in the zone though. Nice little move to Multi. A diving prevention of the pass though made by Caleb Hay. Tigers still looking to extend that lead in the O-zone. Sepulveda intercepted Schlendorf. Still available out in front. They poke and jab and whack at it. A shot save made. Grieve, and he'll hold on. So Declan Grieve doing his best to keep East Islip only down by 1 with the surge from the Tigers. They'll win the offensive zone draw as well. Play it on back to the point. Greesh holding it in. Mascotti. The play there by Walton. Walton tried to backhand out, but Greesh had other plans, kept it in somehow. Flanagan for the boards. Walton turns it over behind the net. Tigers continue to press. Mascotti back to the point. Greesh tees up a wrister, low wrist shot. Missed by Flanagan, but goes wide. And a nice little touch pass to get free. It's Penny, specifically Patrick. But a quick turnover, and James Maloney can start the puck going the other way. Now Greesh hits the line and sends in a dribbling puck on goal to Grieve, who covers up, can play it, but decides not to. So 11:34 left here in the second period. 1 goal in the game belonging to Northport Huntington, scored by Nick Schlendorf, with just 10 seconds left in that first period. Bouncing puck in the high slot. Mascotti will play it to the far wall, hoping to get something going with their winger. And that winger being Herman. Instead, taking the other way, Cusack. Cusack fires in and chases it down. Turnover behind the net. Thrown out in front. Still, it's loose and available and steered to safety. And carried out of the zone by Amos. Amos, Carter, shot, scores! He beat Grieve, short side, 2-0 Tigers. Watch here, he's gonna just squeeze it inside the post and past the blocker of Grieve. And with that goal, a 2-goal advantage, and a play that started in the defensive zone for Northport Huntington, turning defense into offense. Backhand pass out in front gets blocked, originating from Avery Walsh. Long keeps in at the far blue. Walton trying to get around the defender, and that shot, oh, just missed. Got around Dean McKellian. Here's Penny. Penny, slot shot, save made Evan Coggins. And that stops the clock with 10:14 left here in the second period. Oh, Pantera playing in the building. The DJ's on point here tonight. It's Saturday night. We got Stony Brook hockey taking place right behind me. Not streaming on LI Sports Network, so. Of course, our Kevin Roderick's very own Stony Brook. And there's a penalty, and I'm not even sure who it's going to be on. And another big collision gets the crowd going. A lot of oohs and ahs to my right and left.
That was pretty crazy. I like to see that, man. If you don't do that, I'm this.
There you have it. Quote, that was pretty crazy. I couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, power play opportunity for the team ahead by 2. And a wow from another member of the crowd. Maybe expecting coincidental. But no, even up here. Power play Tigers ahead by 2. They win the draw. Quick passing, but bouncing off sticks. Moscati doing her best to keep it in, but the puck comes out. Backhanded along by Greesh. And back for Greesh. Plenty of time for Michael. Finds Herman. To Moscati. Off her stick. And all the way down. Good clear there and positioning from Caleb Hay. Greesh past Moscati right onto the stick of Sesa. Sesa cutting through the neutral zone around Penny. Sesa to the backhand. Now forehand. Shot denied by Grieve. Good move from Sesa and good positioning there from Declan Grieve. One more time. Here's a look. Back to action. Greesh, long wrist shot, knocked out in front, but unable to pull the trigger. Herman, and Herman took a big hit to try to make that goal happen. Long wrister taken by Sesa is frozen by Grieve. So 50 seconds left on the power play. 8:36 left here in the second. There we go. Lively crowd here at the rinks on a Saturday night for this developmental game. East Islip are able to clear off the face-off win. Coming up after this one, a pair of freshman games, starting with Smithtown Hauppauge Blue taking on Kennequot Sayville. And ESM will take on KPC following that game. With a start time at 9:30, 8 o'clock. Okay, the Smithtown Hauppauge Kennequot game. Tigers are offside. .16 left on the player advantage for Northport Huntington. Sepulveda chips it out. However, right to Schlendorf. Schlendorf. Back, here's Greesh. Down the wall. All the way around. Getting to it first. 91. Ooh, don't have a 91 here. Played down the wall. I have a theory. It is Giovanni DeMarco. Responsible for 4 goals in the opening game. 4 of the 8 scored by the Tigers against Longwood. So it's not good news for East Islip, trailing by 2. Schlendorf centers one, shot off the body in front and wide. That went off of DeMarco. And the puck banks to center. Greesh fans on it, second whack, does get it over. Connor Ivers chipping it to empty space. Schmalacher. Nice play here. DeMarco in. DeMarco shot, scores! Giovanni DeMarco's 5th of the year. Makes it 3-0 Tigers. And did not play that first period, but you see him showing off the flex of the stick as he risks that one top shelf. And a little salute to the crowd to my left. So 3-0 and a goaltending change. Goggins off as we're just about at the halfway point. Schlendorf will pick up an assist on the DeMarco goal. So Schlendorf with 2 points on the evening. The Carter Ames goal unassisted. Held in at the blue line. Good play made by McKellian. Backhanded shot blocked, taken by McBrarity. Around for Malika. Onto the stick of Ivers. Ivers with Schmalacher. Now Ivers into the zone onside. Ivers. Sharp angle shot high and wide. Caleb Hay gets to it first. And Hay banks it down the wall. Intercepted to the line. Not out. Ames doing everything he can to try to clear it. Now it's out. It's 2 goals here in the second. 1 at the end of the first for the Tigers. There's Ivers. Inside, outside, shot denied by that new goalie. That's Max Higbee. And now Ivers gets taken down. Still, Tigers don't touch the puck. Puts it in. He scores. Ivers on the delayed penalty banked it off the backside of goaltender Higbee. That's a tough break for Max, who just got into the game. Ivers' 2nd of the year. It's 2-goal lead once more for Northport Huntington. As you might hear some sound effects coming from the South Rink, where Stony Brook are playing, as I referred to earlier. Falling, tumbling to the ice is Matarese. Andrew Matarese. Lee Matarese, notably playing for, I believe, the JV team now for the Tigers. Moscati, nice move. Moscati shot, glove save made by Grieve. But a good move along the near wall that could generate some space there from Amelia Moscati. .442 remain here in the middle period. Face-off won by Northport Huntington. Long slapper blocked in front. Looked like it hit Avery Walsh. Puck reverses direction, goes to the far side of the ice, the left wing side for East Islip. And punched ahead, deflected, so no icing. Back to get it is Matarese. Intercepted by Walton, but flipped over his stick and cleared by Herman. Intercepted turnover. Maloney scores! James Maloney. 4-1 Tigers. What an individual effort. Here, I'll take that. See ya. And top shelf. Blocker side. Just cut off the celly there. It was a good one. I think you'll be seeing that play again. Referring to last night's best, here's the goal! Second of the game. DeMarco. The clean finish for Giovanni DeMarco. And Northport Huntington pouring it on here in the second. Their fourth goal of the period. Giovanni DeMarco up to 6 on the year. And that was immediately following East Islip and Connor Ivers scoring to make it 3-1. It's now 5-1. DeMarco not letting up. Draws a penalty against Flanagan. So Flanagan will go off for a hook. Schlendorf. From out the wall, Schlendorf scores! A highlight reel goal. Second of the period. Or second of the game for Schlendorf. 6-1. Look at the moves here. Ready. Around to the forehand. Beautiful goal from Schlendorf. 6-1. So the goal for Ames, by the way, is first of the season. So let's get that out of the way. Schlendorf now up to 3 on the year. Maloney, that was his first of the year as well. And DeMarco up to 6. Controlled by Sepulveda. Held in by the Tigers' Sesa. Walton. Nudging it in. Here is Penny. Sepulveda checked at the line. Nice play made. And an empty McBrarity. McBrarity is in. The shot denied by Grieve. And Grieve covers the rebound. See a couple of East Islip players sticking up for their goaltender. Good look there from Ryan McBrarity. But Northport Huntington scoring 5 times here in the second. DeMarco picking up an assist on the Schlendorf goal, as well as Graham Tumulty. Another shot stopped by Grieve here. For Tumulty, his second point of the season in what is his second game played. Greesh throws one through and sealed up by Grieve. Two goals and an assist for both DeMarco and Schlendorf here tonight. East Islip cleared the zone. Andrew Matarese throws one ahead for Herman. Goes by Herman. Herman takes it away from Caleb Hay and moves in. 2-on-1. Herman to the backhand. Throws it on goal. Stopped by Grieve. You had James Maloney, who struck already once today, or tonight, along that left wing side for a pass. Face off to the left of Grieve. Amelia Mascotti steps in to take it, wins it clean. Back to the point. And James Penny. The only Penny in the lineup tonight. Patrick out of the lineup. Long. Backhanding one to center. Regrouping with it is Andrew Matarese. Matarese hits the brakes. Wrist shot. Nearly kicked in by Ivers, who was trying to block the shot. Greash holds in at the left point. Work down low and wide for James Maloney. Out in front, rejected by Ivers. Connor Ivers fires it along the wall. Held in by Greash on the backhand. At least for the moment. Now the puck comes out to Walton. Walton has it stabbed away by Matarese. Matarese settling it down. Walton takes it away, tries to get it back to Ivers, but Ivers was going right. Puck went left. Banked along to Walton. Into the zone. Come Northport Huntington, and it is Luke Herman. Ivers banking it to Hay. So we have reached the end of the second period, a period dominated by Northport Huntington, throwing up 5 on the board, and they lead it 6-1. And at the conclusion of 2, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. The third period is on its way in just a moment. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan alongside Frank Bettetto. Third period on its way, East Islip, Northport, Huntington. A nearly scoreless first period. With 10 seconds left, Schlendorf opened the scoring. Northport Huntington led it 1-0. And then an avalanche of goals in the second, ultimately leading to a 6-1 advantage for the Tigers. Not too dissimilar to if you were watching the Yankee-Toronto Blue Jay game. It was 2-1. I just checked my phone, 10-1 Blue Jays, so sorry any of you Yankee fans out there maybe tuning in and not watching the game. Meanwhile, hello Giovanni to the backhand wide. Another shot from DeMarco deflects up and over the net. Now, collision that left Irizarry on the ice. Nice drag. It's Schlendorf. Oh, what a pass, what a goal. Oh, that's how you do the hockey, baby. 7-1 Northport Huntington. Schlendorf. Psych! Backdoor tap-in. 7-1. And that goal from DeMarco from Schlendorf and Sesa. So DeMarco, this is hat trick. 3 goals in 2 periods of hockey for DeMarco. And if you count the last game he played, 7 goals in 7 periods of hockey. No, 7 goals in 5 periods of hockey. There we go. For DeMarco. He did not play the first. Actually, I don't know how much of the last game he played either against Longwood, but he had 4 in that one. 3 here tonight. And how about Schlendorf? What a play. For his second assist of the evening, although it's only showing his first. I thought it was his second. Meanwhile, stuff and try smothered by Max Higbee. Oh, I see. They think they took an assist away. No. 6:36. DeMarco from Schlendorf. And then the most recent goal, DeMarco from Schlendorf and Sesa. So maybe they're just slow to it. But 4-point night for Schlendorf. McKellian fires around. Gets past Matteries. EI must touch up. Show off. Played back for show off. McKellian. Shot along the ice, steered behind the net by Grieve. Kick to the wall by Walsh. Out in front, fanned on by McKellian. Graziosi. Missed it. Flanagan puts it into the neutral zone. Andrew Matteries brings it in, falls to the ice. Chipped out of the zone, collected by Owen Schaff. Fired in by Matteries. Irizarry. Reversed by McKellian. To the opposite side where Avery Walsh can bring it over the line. Halted for the moment. Irizarry chipping it by. Walsh was going the opposite direction. It's Matteries trying to fire it ahead. Bit of a miscommunication at the Tigers bench, but no too many players there called. Nor was there a need to. Matteries. As we fast approach 4:30 gone by in the third period. Matteries. Sepulveda calling for it on the opposite point. I believe that was Avery Walsh. Might have been Ivers. Walsh has it here. Ivers back on defense. Wrist shot from a sharp angle is shut down by Higbee. .20 left here in the third period. And really, since the second period, a game dominated by the Tigers. 5 goals second, 1 goal here in the third, 1 back in the first. Grieve lets it go to Ivers. Ivers dissecting the defense, moves it into the zone. Ivers tries to survive the poke check, does, and wristed it high and wide. Good job there by Kristen, staying with Ivers on that last sequence. As that one sticked away by Higbee. Might have also been Carter Amis. As Amis steps up on that puck there. It rolls by Caden Malika. And behind Walton and out of the zone. All the way down. It'll be an icing against the Tigers. 9:22 left here in regulation time. Well, coming up for these two teams as we look ahead to their schedules. East Islip, they have a game against KPC on October the 13th. Meanwhile, Northport Huntington have a matchup also against KPC on October the 8th, just 4 days from now. Shot snagged by Higbee, who holds on. Face off to the right, or left of Higbee, in the right circle. Last minute change for the Chiefs. They get everyone they want out on the ice here. A long shot steered away by Higbee. Goes down to the ice and just right on top of the puck. Looking comfy down there is Max Higbee along that post. He'll get up here. Came into the game about midway through after Coggins delivered a scoreless performance. No goals allowed. Evan Coggins. Meanwhile, chance here. Smothered up by Grieve. As Maloney couldn't catch up with it. .844 to play here at regulation. Spun off the wall, not out. Across and settled by Schlendorf. Nice move there by Schlendorf. Tries to backhand one in the skates of Tumulty. Ivers ripping it off the wall. Back for the shot, partial deflection off the side of the net. Chiefs still can't clear. Hay, once again trying that far wall, cannot. Ivers clearing it from out in front of the net. Couple of back and forth ping pong puck there. And again, this shot gets through to Grieve, who makes the stop. Hay. In the skates of Tumulty. Held in by Sesa. Whizzes across the crease. To the blue line, held in Matarese. Lets it go, deflected just wide out in front there by Tumulty. Sticked away from Schlendorf, right onto Matarese, loads up, fires. Believe Grieve got a piece, might have been going wide regardless. Toward the front of the net, stepping up, nice play, Sesa. Backhands one across, almost like a cross you would see in soccer. No one could get a touch. And out of the zone now it finally comes. Schlendorf. Matarese. Deking Matarese. Prevented from getting any further by East Islip's Irizarry. Ahead for Ivers. Shot denied by Higbee. Sepulveda couldn't turn around with it. And now once more, it is DeMarco. Sticked away by Ivers. Irizarry to the line, long can't clear. DeMarco. Schlendorf. Good play made by East Islip's Irizarry, and now Grieve will freeze it. With 6:10 to go here in the final period of regulation time. 6-1 lead, or 6-goal lead, 7-1 on the scoreboard for the Tigers of Northport Huntington, as they look to improve to 2-1 to start the year. 2-0, Hart. 2-0 to start the year. Irizarry stays on his feet, but Greesh took the body and gets the puck, did his job. On for Graziosi. McBrarity settles along the near side, centering pass blocked. Long's pass out of the reach of Sepulveda, but Sepulveda gets to it. Sepulveda with long pass blocked by Greesh. And Greesh skates out of the zone. McKellian and Sepulveda together. Walton gets in the way. Backed up by Flanagan. And spun into the Tiger zone. Long is there, send it across. Walton unable to get to it. And Avery Walsh can't keep in. Flanagan gets back, intercepts the McBrarity pass across, and then takes it away from McBrarity before getting it to Walsh. Pardon me, to Wharton. Wharton, pass behind Sepulveda. And moved ahead and into the zone by Graziosi. Tigers offside, plenty of time for East Islip to muster up a clearing pass, and it misses its target. And all the way down for an icing against the Chiefs. 4:20, no, 4:19. Remaining here in the third period. Listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, our cameraman, Frank. And we have Gabe, social media manager. Frank Botetto. Gabe to Curry. Fanned on. And Penny had it go just by him. Caleb Hayes steps up. Nice play. Toward the goal. Owen Showoff out of the zone. Ivers throws it back in. Turned over. Chance. Save. Rebound. Still loose and cleared from his belly by Greesh. Walton knocks down one, and then Penny gets into Nolan Bruckner. Now here's Ivers with Penny. Ivers. Shot, save made. Didn't send the pass across to Penny. Took the shot and was denied by Moscati. Turnaround shot from Penny is blockered away by, that's a Moscati. Here's Ivers, shot it wide. I mean, Higby. Thinking of Rex Moscati. Big hit. Schmalacher goes down. Still in the zone. Long shot. Steered into the corner by Higby. Schmalacher centers one out of the reach of Penny. Ivers gets there. Connor Ivers. Picks up speed. Ivers. Far circle. Ivers. Good play by Moscati. Breaks up the Ivers rush attempt. And now fired down the ice fluttering puck will slow down just before the goal line. Flanagan, in preparation of that, got there. Sent it to the line, not out. Held in, Matarese, chance. Mascotti, save made and covered. Amelia Mascotti with the chance there. As she looks for goal number 2 of the season. She had a goal and an assist in that opening game. Long off the far wall. Centering feed, Mascotti just over her stick. To the blue line, held in by Amis. Turnaround shot from Herman, blocked. And gets by the stick of Matarese. And Matarese hustling after it. Calls off Amis. Trying to handle it on the far blue was Maloney. Mascotti. Herman. Between the legs of Hay, but too far in front of him. Avery Walsh. Taken away by Maloney. Maloney's pass across comes out of the zone. Final 14 seconds. Matarese, shot blocker save made Grieve. A dominant performance for Northport Huntington from the second period, in which they scored 5 of their 7 goals tonight. And what a performance again from Giovanni DeMarco and Nick Schlendorf. DeMarco coming in at 4 goals in his 1 game. But how about Schlendorf? 2 goals, 2 assists tonight for the Tigers. 3 goals and an assist for DeMarco as they power Northport Huntington past East Islip 7-1 to improve to 2-0 on the year. Meanwhile, for East Islip, they're still in search of win number 1, 0-3 to start the developmental campaign. And with all that being said, that'll do it for our coverage here tonight. Your final score is 7-1. Northport Huntington over East Islip. For our cameraman, Frank Bettetto, social media manager over there, Gabe Takuri, I'm Ryan Brannigan, wishing you so long and good night from the rinks. Till next time, have a good one.